Tonight, we're all about Alex Ovechkin. He's 3 goals from 800.
He's 799. One away from 800. Knocking on the door of history. Now the turnover in front, and Mantha feeding it to Kuznetsov, and Mrazek diving. A shot. They score. And it's Alex Ovechkin. And it's 800 goals in the National Hockey League. Alex Ovechkin, Gordie Howe, and Wayne Gretzky are now the only 3 skaters ever in National Hockey League history to score 800 goals.
All right, Ovi coming off the hat trick the other night to reach 800. Third player in NHL history to ever reach that mark, and you can see the next guy in his crosshairs. The man they call Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, 801. Ovi has a chance to tie that and maybe solidify himself in second place if he scores 2 tomorrow night against the Toronto Maple Leafs. As a goalie, it feels like 750 of those 800 goals have come from his office.
Oh, I thought you were going to say came on me. And
no,
it
probably not.
It does actually feel like that, too. But yeah,
I'm sure a lot of netminders feel that way. Look, we know it's coming. You know it's coming. We know where it's coming from. Yet he's so effective, and guys can't stop it. Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, there's many reasons. You look out of the 800 goals, he scores goals in a lot of ways. But like you said, that when Ovi's in his office, part of that is that Washington has a fantastic power play. They got a ton of weapons, so you can't just sit somebody on Ovi. But when he gets a chance to put it in, he puts it in. There I am, letting it going through.
Oh, we had to show you? Come on, guys.
Just keep showing the same one. That's a bad goal, too. I was there on that one. Now, the thing with Ovi, we're going to keep.
We are.
Oh, wait, we got a theme here.
Tonight.
We got a theme here.
Okay, so he scored 800 goals, but we're going to watch all of mine. The thing with Ovi, even if you watch these shots, though, and I was saying before, he's got a ridiculous shot, obviously, but it's not. He doesn't put every puck bar down. It's not. He doesn't aim at the elbow. He doesn't aim right at the bar, at the post every single time, especially when he's hammering those one-timers. He is getting the puck on net with velocity. Sometimes it's going to go posted in, sometimes it's not, but usually it's a pass over. The goalie's moving. But the key is he's putting it on net with velocity. So you saw on one of mine, which you'll see on a lot of other goalies too, is it will go through them because the goalie's moving and he's just hammering it at the net with velocity. But he doesn't miss the net that often. And I mean, I'm sure he does. Obviously, he takes a ton of shots, but that's one thing. There's a lot of these. See, that almost hits the middle of the back post. It's on net though, with velocity. The goalie's moving, and it's coming in a hurry.
Let me ask you this, and it's not a trick question. I think we would have the same answers on this. Would you consider Ovi a sharpshooter, like an accuracy sharpshooter? Like you know what I mean?
Like he can be when, like, you know, if he's coming down the wing and he's going to take and he's got time and he's going to load it up, he can be, and his curve is outrageous. So that's one thing as well. When the puck comes off his stick, depending on where the puck comes off his stick, if it comes off the heel, it's going to go one way. His toe is so bent, so if he lets it slide a little bit more, it's going to go the other way. And so that's what makes it. And then he's got the big slingshot release too, which not a lot of guys, have the big sweeping slingshot. So it is difficult. But I know what you're saying. And like you said, a lot of these goals, like he's hammering it and he's hammering it on the net. It's not like every single goal of his goes bar down. So I think you're right in saying that. You know, you don't score 800 goals perfectly placed. You score them by hammering them on the net.
And how many of them just have legs? Like the goalie, it'll hit the goalie, and then it just finds way. It just keeps going forward. Like some guys, I don't know how to explain it. You'd probably be able to do it better as a goaltender. Some guys just have that heavy shot that just hits and it keeps going, right? A goaltender take a lot out of it. It probably hurts pretty bad, but it just keeps going, right? Like, and that's what he fires that puck. And to your point, he's not picking corners. I mean, this guy is he has nights where he has 16 shot attempts. You know, he had 9 shots on goal. And those things they're hitting the 4x6. And I think that's a good lesson for kids out there too. Is in practice, yes, and I did it too, and every shooter did it. When you're sitting there practicing, you're trying to hit your target. But when you're in a game, you just got to make sure you hit the net. Don't be, especially in the National Hockey League, you're not going to have the time to grab it and pick a spot and pick a corner. I mean, some guys, the Austin Matthews, Patrick Laine, David Pastrnak, those types of guys, They seem to do it a little bit more, but Ovi's about quantity on net, and you're going to feel it, and it's going to have legs. That puck's going to hurt. And I love watching this guy. Like, he has not changed his game from the get-go, and for him to get from 700 to 800 was quicker than it took him from 300 to 400.
Amazing.
Like, it's nuts, right?
And also, I mean, with a guy that scores 800 goals, I might, maybe not every goalie's like this. There is something mental about knowing that Ovi's over there. Like, I don't care. You just don't play that one-timer the same way
you're thinking about
you play a normal right-hander taking a one-timer from over there. There's just something in your head that you just know coming over. It's the Ovi effect, and you know it's coming, and you overthink it. It makes it more difficult. And like you mentioned for the kids, if you aim at the middle of the net and you miss, it's going to go bar down. If you aim bar down and you miss, it's going to miss the net every time. So you can't have, nobody's good enough to hit, especially during a game, especially when the skill picks up and the players get bigger. Nobody can hit a 3-inch square every single time. They're going to miss more often. If you're aiming at a 3-foot square, you're either going to hit it in the middle of the net, or if maybe you might miss and go bar down. Like Ovi said, plenty of bar down shots as well.
Yeah.
But it's a big thing. I mean, I remember talking to Shane Doan in practice about it. This is guy's played for 100 years, and he was taking passes out on me from behind the net, and he kept missing. And I talked to him about that too. I said, don't aim for the elbow, aim for 2 feet below, and then keep shooting it. And I mean, I don't want to take Shane Doan's shot in the shoulder over and over, but that was my job when I was there.
Yeah.
But it's true, and it's hard for every player, but it's a really good lesson for young kids.
Play the percentages.
I want to just to bring your confidence back up, because you saw
we crushed
there.
Sorry.
You're not going to find any clips there because I wasn't allowed on the ice when Ovi was out there. So that's kind of part of it too. Like, it's like Ovi's out there, he's dangerous at all times.
Okay, well, now that you've issued the apology, we have to do this as well. So the NHL put out a tweet about Ovi's goal. You could see somebody had to allow goal number 800, and it was a familiar face. Do you see your favorite netminder? Peter Mrazek is one of 165 goalies to allow a goal on Alexander Ovechkin. So there they are, 165, and as we zoom in,
there he is,
and zoom in, and zoom in.
Beside my old goalie partner.
There he is.
There's Darce.
Yeah.
Wasn't Hasek on the other side?
Yeah, Hasek's there. You're below Connor, and
yeah, you know what?
Saw Weeksy in the bottom left.
Yeah, there's a lot of goalies on there.
I'm in pretty good company there. My buddies from back home in Calgary sent me this picture. They were trying to chirp me and give me a hard time, and I was like, how was that a chirp? Look at the goalies on this list. I'm
Isn't that
happy
a badge
to be
of honor? Like, when this guy sets the all-time scoring record, you could be like, look, I faced it and I gave up. I'm one of those.
Here's the stick. I said, I've been a big part of your run. Please sign me a stick.
Oh, did you get one?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
He signed me one.
I'll get this back to you in a second, but just some food for thought here, and it's brought to my attention today, is we're so focused on the Wayne record, which is obvious, right? And this guy, I think we all are probably coming around, like, he's going to do it, right? We never really talked about what we think it'll be when it's all said and done.
People are talking about 1,000 nowadays.
He might be able to get to 1,000 if he wants to, because he's not slowing down.